July 2nd, 2022, Grand Peace Online, 220k players. August 22nd, 2022, 13k players. In just over a month, GPO has lost over 90% of that 200k players while being a free release game, and it's likely to continue dropping daily. But the question is, why? To uncover this mystery of how Grand Peace Online went from the height and peak of Roblox to barely competing with your average Roblox anime game in numbers, I have come up with a list of 3 crucial things I believe are contributing towards this mass decline. Reason 1, update times. Anyone who's been around for GPO for any sort of time knows this is one of the game's huge downfalls. For example, the gap between update 3 to update 4 was around 6 months or 149 days, and this is widely known as the most dreadful time in Grand Peace Online history. The game reached lows of down to 4K and even less during this time period, and this is a continued pattern with the updates. The devs often overpromise and under-deliver, telling the community's updates will come quicker, and then having the very next update take near 9 months and have it not even live up to the expectations. Now, I believe getting a more consistent update time could heavily improve the game's player count. Providing players with new, fresh content on a regular, consistent basis is going to definitely help, because at the current rate we are right now, taking anywhere from 5 to 9 months per update, and that update providing the exact same thing as the update before that, is not good long term for this game, and I think we can all agree to that as well. Now, the next crucial reason, no community feedback is ever taken. Now, this might seem like a weird reason, but as we know, FoU rarely takes in community consideration, instead opting to follow his usual update and content format pattern. There are a lot of people who bring very good and innovative ideas for the game that very often get ignored, and this is an issue due to the fact that every single update since the dawn of the game follows a very linear format. We get one fruit, we get one weapon, and we get one island. Sometimes it's more, but very rarely. And even when they do add more, Rook event, they made it to where you can only farm it on weekend, which makes no sense. And after you've gotten the new fruit on every update, you're left there bored, nothing to do, and now you have to wait 5 to 8 more months to repeat the exact same process. And this is how it is for every single update. Clearly, the current update formats are not working. It's not keeping players satisfied, so they need to add new game modes, new features. They need to switch up the formats of the update. And so to do that, they need to take in community feedback. This is something I feel the devs have been lacking very much so. They're not really in tune with what the community wants, likes and dislikes, and I feel that's a great asset to have. Now, for the final reason, the game is too repetitive and too grindy. Now, this kind of ties into the last one a little bit with switching up the flow, but from the very moment you enter the game, you're essentially repeating the same things you do from the first island all the way up until the last island, with almost no change or no alternative methods to progress. Rather than try to improve upon this, devs continuously follow the same update format, which I talked about in the reason before. Even Blox Fruits of all games has other alternative methods of progressing other than just grinding. A perfect example of this is how you get the Shanks saber. They could have easily just said, oh, kill the Shanks boss and he has a chance of dropping the saber, but that's not how it works. They put you through a storyline, a quest line, which makes it more interesting and more engaging, and they have multiple things like this in that game. Now, I believe GPO is objectively the better game, but the fact that Blox Fruits has some better features than GPO, being that GPO is the better game, is crazy. And due to GPO having such repetitive content, it has nothing to separate itself from other One Piece games other than the fact that it just has good graphics and decent combat, which we all know at this point is not nearly enough. It may be enough for a short periods of time, but if you look at the player count, clearly one game's thriving where another game is falling. So that has been my 3 big reasons on why I think the GPO is declining in player count. I think these are reasons that could easily be fixed if the devs are willing to try something new. Let me know what you guys think of my 3 reasons, and comment down any reasons you guys thought I might have missed that should have been in this video. I'm definitely curious to see what you guys feel about this. Hope you all having a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one.